Hello, and welcome to Getting to Know Your Home 101. I'm Hannah Butler,
And I'm Kiersten Philpott.
and we're two of your health educators in the Healthy Lifestyles program. And today we're going to be presenting our program for our Environmental and Cultural Wellness Months, which will run from June 1st all the way to July 31st.
I am so excited for this program, Hannah. It's going to be so fun. So, why are we doing environmental and cultural wellness? Well, first off, it's because it's all about our home. We all live in Utah, and home is defined to as of, relating to, or being a place of residence, place of origin, or base of operations. And Utah is our base of operations. So let's learn about it. So we're going to learn about, first off, the environment of Utah. Environmental wellness is defined by the livability of your surroundings. Personal health depends on the health of the planet, from the safety of the food supply to the degree of violence in society. To improve your environmental wellness, you can learn about and protect yourself against hazards in your surroundings and work to make your world a cleaner and safer place. So throughout June and July, this is what we will be discussing. We'll be discussing things like the air quality in Utah. We'll be discussing things like the canyons and our water supply, and what we can do personally that can and will make a difference. The second part to June and July will also be cultural wellness. Cultural wellness refers to the way you interact with others who are different from you in terms of ethnicity, religion, gender, sexual orientation, age, and customs, meaning the practices that they follow. It involves creating relationships with others and suspending judgment on others' behaviors until you have lived with them or, quote, walked in their shoes. It also includes accepting, valuing, and even celebrating the different cultural ways people interact within our world. This is so important. In Utah, we are quite the mesh pool of people and different ways of thinking and different cultures, different ethnicities, and we really want to explore that. And so throughout June and July, we will have many opportunities that we can explore the cultures specific to Salt Lake County. And what a cool opportunity we have to learn a little bit more about what makes Utah our home.
I love this topic because as we learn to take care of the environment we live in, and we learn to accept ourselves and others, we can feel more at home and more at peace wherever we are, which is really cool. By participating in this program with us, you will become better acquainted with the cultures that exist here in our county, understand the environmental risk factors in our county and how you can play a part in reducing them, and then you'll also be able to find a deeper connection to your home, whatever that may be for you.
I love that. I'm so excited to get to know Utah a little bit better. And also to expand my definition of wellness, right? So in healthy lifestyles, we're not just about one or two dimensions of wellness. We're about the entire holistic approach to wellness. Wellness involves a more holistic eye, right? All elements of wellness are intertwined. It's impossible to work on one dimension without it creating a ripple effects of the others. So what are the dimensions of wellness? Well, we have them listed for you, right? Of course, there's cultural and environmental wellness. That's what we'll be focusing on over the next couple months. But then there's emotional, occupational, intellectual, financial, social, physical, and spiritual. So what do they have to do with each other? Well, a couple small examples. Cultural wellness can affect a variety of things, right? How we interact with those who think and act differently than us, those who believe differently than us, that affects our emotional wellness, right? And it affects how we feel about ourselves, but more importantly, how others feel about themselves by how we treat them. It also can help us redefine our own spiritual wellness, right? When we learn about other cultures and how people believe, it can help us reflect and develop our own sense of spiritual wellness as well. Environmental wellness affects everything, right? If we do not live in a clean, safe, happy environment, that affects how we interact with others, which is our social wellness. It affects our physical wellness, right? Our ability to decrease the amount of toxins in our body, as well as the amount of toxins in the air that allows us to get outside and move our bodies. So, most important, if we can get anything across, is that all dimensions of wellness are connected, and cultural and environmental wellness are no more or less important than physical or social or intellectual or any other dimension. And so we get to have the opportunity to explore that. And what better way than getting out of your comfort zone? And I'm going to let Hannah introduce how we're going to get out of our comfort zone.
All right, we have created an awesome game for you to play this summer, full of opportunities to help you get out of your comfort zone, and also get out of your house. So, um, it's a bingo card, and you'll be tracking your progress on this bingo card on the Well Steps app. So, before you start, make sure that your account is set up and ready to go. Um, to cross off these squares, you'll be attending different events and completing different activities. And we have a large variety of things you can do. Um, if you just look at the little card, it says you could go to the Utah Asian Festival. You could go on a hike. You could participate in fireworks or a parade on the 4th of July. Um, and then we have simple stuff, just you can cross off being a healthy lifestyles participant or reading a health hub. Um, And so to gain your points, we'll have you complete 4 squares to get 10 points. And then if you complete 8 squares or 2 bingos, you can get 20 points and be entered into a prize drawing. So again, if you get 1 bingo, 4 squares, that's 10 points. And then 8 squares or 2 bingos, you get 20 points and entered, and you will be entered to win a prize, which is super fun. But we have a ton of different opportunities, different festivals, different museums for you to go to, and you're welcome to take your families and just have a great summer guided by this.
That's so exciting, Hannah. I've also heard through the grapevine that we have some pretty good prizes for our program. So please participate so you can win some awesome things.
Hmm.
So here is what our June calendar looks like. Please do not be overwhelmed. We know that it is a lot. We do have the festivals that are through June highlighted on here for you. And then everything is color coded. So let me break down the color code real quick. So yellow are our virtual workshops. These are ones that are done through WebEx, just like our norm. The ones in green, these are our USU extension hikes. So you can earn points for these hikes, and we'll talk a little bit more about some of these hikes later on, but know that that's what green means. Our little pale green, light green, that's our Mindful Monday that we have every single month, hosted by our health educator, Jane. And then we have our Working Mothers Support Group. This is the first Tuesday of every month. So if you are a working mother of any age with any age children, we would love to have you join us each month to talk about some tips and tricks and some of that work life, mom life struggle balance. And then of course in our teal, that is our in-person events for the month. So we have 2 of those, and we will go into greater depth of those in the future. So stay tuned for that. But I just want to go over some of our virtual, not some, I'm going to go over all of our virtual workshops real quick for you. So the first one is this one. So that's the pre-recorded workshop that we're doing right now. Those will be included on our newsletter as well as our weekly lineups. So that's how you're listening to it right now. On the 7th is our QPR suicide prevention training. This is a wonderful opportunity to become a little bit more educated on how and what you can do to prevent suicide. We host these every single month. They're a wonderful opportunity to learn how you can question, persuade, and refer someone to live. So if you are interested, even though we know it is a sensitive topic, it is such an incredibly important topic that we discuss. Please feel free to sign up for that. We also have on the 14th our cultural humility workshop. This will be with Encircle Utah. Encircle Utah is a local LGBTQ plus organization that will talk about cultural humility. So what is cultural humility? Cultural humility is defined as a lifelong process of self-reflection and self-critique, whereby the individual not only learns about another's culture, but one starts with an examination of his or her own belief and cultural identities. So we have a unique opportunity to learn from them and learn how we can be more culturally sensitive, specifically in the workplace, and how that makes a difference in lives of everyone. Then our next virtual workshop will be the Ute Tribe Culture Workshop, which will be also very exciting. This is with Larry Sespooch. Larry Sespooch is a leader of the Ute tribe here in Utah, and he is going to be talking to us about the Ute tribe Utah history, as well as the medicine wheel, which is how they connect health, spirit, mind, and body. So it should be really interesting as well. And then our last virtual workshop for June is our Utah Air Quality Workshop. I'm going to butcher this name, but I'm going to attempt it. This will be done with our own air quality team, which is headed by Mamanta Chaudhry. If I pronounced your name wrong and you're listening, I am so sorry. But I wanted to give her credit where credit is due. So she will be helping us understand how we can affect the air quality in our county and what we can do to lessen our impact. This is a great workshop to tune into, especially as we enter those summer months where the smog gets really bad, our air quality worsens, and we have fireworks that go off for the entire month of July in Utah because we all know that we love our fireworks here. So, a lot of wonderful opportunities in June. Once again, don't feel like you need to sign up for all of it. Just pick ones that catch your eye, catch your interest. Remember that the majority of our virtual workshops, if not all of them, will be recorded, so you can always earn points for those by watching them up to 6 months after the fact.
Um, as Kiersten said, we have two awesome in-person events during the month of June. The first will be a lunch and learn at the Utah Museum of Contemporary Art, and it'll be taught by Brawley Arts. They will be showing us a film called The Illusion of Abundance, and we will also have um, food, some catered Indian food for you to eat, and there will be galleries for you to browse. I'm just going to read a quick description of what the film is about, just to pique your interest. Uh, Illusion of Abundance is part of Brawley's overarching umbrella project, Evaporation. What does it take to leave enough water for Great Salt Lake? This performance piece is a synthesis of multiple areas of research, science, and culture, embodied through a number of arts mediums um, that will culminate in a short film. So it's a mix of environmental health and cultural health with the arts, which will be really cool. And we hope you can attend. And then we'll have a second in-person event, which will be a stewardship hike. And I think Kiersten's going to tell you about that one.
Yes. All right, so the stewardship hike, this is going to happen right after our Employee Appreciation Day, which just another reminder, the Employee Appreciation Day is actually also at the Museum of Contemporary Art. So after you go to that, feel free to sign up for our Stewardship Project hike and head over to Big Cottonwood Canyons. We are going to partner with Save Our Canyons, which owns about a mile long marker within the canyons, within Cottonwood Canyons, and they need help cleaning up that in between those markers. There are limited spots available for this, but please sign up so that we can have enough people to go clean up our canyons. Another just awesome plug. So both of these in-person events also are on the bingo card. So one of the bingo cards is visiting the Utah Museum of Contemporary Art. And so you can definitely double count that, right? Come to a workshop, do look through the gallery, mark off that you went and visited the gallery at the Utah Museum of Contemporary Arts, as well as experience something beyond your normal palette, since like Hannah says, we're going to have Saffron Valley Indian food catered to the event with Brawley Arts. That is also on your bingo card, as well as going on a hike. So the Stewardship Project hike and cleanup with Save Our Canyons will also count towards your bingo card. So many ways to get points.
All right. So now we're going to dive into our events for July. Um, as you can see, we have two in-person events in Teal on the 1st and on the 28th. And then scattered throughout, we have a couple of other events. The first one on the 11th is another working mothers support group, which is awesome for all you working moms. Um, and then we also have a hike on the 13th, a mindful Monday, and then 3 of our yellow virtual workshops, which I'm going to highlight right now. On July 12th, we have a workshop with Utah Open Lands, and they will be talking to us about land conservation and stewardship and how we can make an impact in our community through our personal choices, which will be really cool. And then the next Wednesday, on July 19th, we will hear from Friends of Great Salt Lake, and they will be teaching us about the lake's values, the causes and consequences of its decline, and solutions that we can support. This will be a great follow-up to our film we watched with Brawley Arts in June, because they also will be talking about our impact on the Great Salt Lake. So that'll be fun to have those tie together. And then on the 25th, we have the Utah Refugee Workshop with Utah Refugee Connection, and we'll have Amy Dot Harmer presenting to us. And she will be talking about the refugee population in Utah, their struggles and trials, and what we as a community can do to help support them. So 3 super awesome virtual events.
Perfect. I'm so excited, Hannah. I feel like this is a very different and unique program that we've had in the past. So we get to learn about a lot of fun, new, interesting topics. So I'm excited for these workshops and events.
They're going to be so fun.
They're going to be so fun. And speaking of fun events, the first one we have in July is a unique one because this is a family-friendly event. It's on a Saturday. It's Saturday, July 1st from 10 to 11 a.m. It's at the Viridian Event Center. We're going to have it in that last room that leads outside. So we're going to bring the West Jordan Fire Department. They're going to come and chat with us about fire safety, specifically firework safety, campfire safety, and then of course home fire safety. So it'll be a fun one. They'll be in their gear. You can bring your kiddos or your teenagers that also like to set off fireworks in maybe not the smartest of ways to learn about fire safety. They're also going to have a rig there. So your kids can come, you can come and explore the fire trucks and how all of the things on the trucks work. We'll have games, we'll have some snacks. And then, of course, there's the big park right across the street. You can make it a whole day outing with your family. So we're really excited about this. This is going to be super fun. So please sign up, come. It's also worth 20 points. So if you and your adult designee come, right? There's a lot of points to be had to earn towards your end of year rebate. So please come to our fire safety event.
It's going to be so fun.
It's going to be awesome.
All right, our second in-person event in July will be a campfire chat of Big Cottonwood Canyon and Spruce's Campground with Save Our Canyons. Save Our Canyons is a local organization that is a leader for advocating for the environment in our Utah canyons. Um, and they're going to be teaching us a little bit about the different issues that our canyons face and the efforts that they have done to plan for the future of the Wasatch. It's going to be really fun. You can also bring your families to this event. We'll be roasting marshmallows and just hanging out in the mountain air. We will be capping this event at 100 participants, so please sign up ASAP if you're interested. It's going to be a super fun night from 6 to 8 p.m. on July 28th.
And also just another plug, we'll also have a great prize drawing for those that attend at this event. So, I mean, I hear there are things like, I think there's a Stanley mug in there and some other really awesome prizes. So come see if you can win a prize, learn about our canyons, bring your family. We're trying to make these events as family friendly as possible since we know kiddos are home and out of school. So please, it's a family event. And then our last but not least, really big thing that we're doing throughout July is our Turn Off the Water mini campaign. This campaign is going to be hosted on Well Steps. So you just log into Well Steps every single day and mark off whether or not you're practicing water conservation and how well you're doing. So, like I said, this will be done through the Well Steps app. It runs from July 10th to July 21st. It's worth 20 points and you're just practicing water conservation. So for example, turning the water off in between brushing your teeth or turning the water off while you're washing your face. I think the hardest one is turning the water off in the shower. Not gonna lie, not great at that one, but there's lots of ways to practice some water conservation. I know that we have seen a lot of snowfall this winter, and we've even seen some higher rainfall than normal this spring. Um, However, please remember we still live in a desert, and just because we've had one good year doesn't mean we can throw out all of our water conservation hacks and forget about them. So this is a great campaign to remember to protect our environment and protect the future of Utah.
And then we just wanted to quickly highlight the Leave No Trace hike that USU Extension will be hosting on July 13th at 6:30 p.m. at the Peace Gardens. This will be really cool. We'll be able to hike together and also learn about leaving no trace principles and how we can practice it on our own, which will be awesome. And if you can't attend this hike, um, we have so many other hikes with USU Extension this summer. So hopefully you can make it to at least one or two of them.
Yes, and we have all of those listed right here. So our first one is that June 1st Ochre Lake um, walk. It is in that beautiful Daybreak community. So it's nice and easy. It is wheelchair and stroller friendly. So once again, bring the fam. On Saturday, June 17th, we have Bell Canyon. I believe this is a hike up to like a little reservoir. So that should be fun as well, but count on it taking just a little bit longer than the normal hour and a half. It'll probably be closer to 2. And then we have the Jordan River Parkway on June 30th, which is a Friday. And then we have, like Hannah just said, our Thursday, July 13th, our Peace Garden Walk, which is our Leave No Trace. If you need a little bit more convincing about the Leave No Trace, I believe almost everyone on the Healthy Lifestyles team is planning on going to that one. So you can come and join all of us for some fun. Of course, at least one or two of us will be on all the other hikes as well, But if you want to see our whole team, please come to the July 13th one.
We know that was probably a lot of information to take in all at once. So keep your eye out for our weekly lineups and other little things we send out to you as reminders. And if you have any more questions about the workshops or anything else Healthy Lifestyles related, feel free to contact us at our Healthy Lifestyles email.
Thanks, Hannah. I'm so excited for this program. I think it's going to be great.
Me too. We're going to have so much fun.